Leashed Hungry. Ooh, okay. This seems like the kind of thing that I would like. I think you all know it when I get boss-themed items. It's like the best time. Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to ChippysCouch. So today, we're back for another round of Terraria Elements Awoken. And I have to say, today's episode is going to be a pretty big one. We've got some big plans and I can't wait to see them through. And that's because today's episode will actually be the final episode of pre-hard mode. That's right. It's episode 7 and we're taking down the Wall of Flesh. But before we do that, there are a few things that I would like to do, mainly regarding weapons and accessories, because right now, we're not really in the best spot, let's be real. We're using a sword that we got a couple of episodes ago, and my accessories, well, it's safe to say they would trigger a certain amount of people. So right now, we just have movement accessories, so we have 1 balloon, 2 balloon, some boots, a shield of Cthulhu, all of these are for movement, and then this wing that makes you jump a little bit faster. It's safe to say we're trying to get out of the way, not kill anything. But the thing I actually want in today's episode is a Cobalt Shield, so that while I'm dodging around, I can at least avoid some of the attacks, not get knocked into a wall, because you know what it's like in hell? There are so many little cracks and crevices, you kind of need that shield. But I am very happy with the armor that we've got. We've got a Summoner's build right now, and I'm going to see it through. But what I would really like to do is add to it another weapon that isn't the pointy capacitor. Because this pointy capacitor, it has carried us. I love it, but we need something new. So here's what I want to make. The first thing I want to make, and I have to grab a stone bar for this so that I could see, is a new Mage Weapon that's part of the stuff that we were collecting in the last episode. And I'm just trying to remember the name. I think it's this one. Yeah, we're going to make the Bonfire Pummel. So this is a Mage Weapon, and apparently it fires an exploding ball. I thought that sounded cool, especially if you get the Hungry and the Eye, and they're all kind of mashed together. Bam! You shoot a ball out, you've got all of them. That would be pretty good. So hopefully this is decent. And then I also wanted to make the Horn, the Impish Warhorn. Inflicts Impish Curse, which makes you deal more damage to that enemy. And I thought this would be pretty cool to use against the Wall of Flesh, because once again, it's a big boss. We want to take it down, and any kind of debuff would be pretty useful. So let me start by making the Bonfire one. So bam, there we go. It's got plus 18 damage. Thank you very much. And then we'll make the Impish Staff. There it is, or the Warhorn. Thank you very much as well. This has got Superior. Very nice. Saved us a little bit of money on the Reforge. Now let's have a little look at this accessory right here, because I was going to make this in the last episode, but I needed a few more things. So I did a smidge of farming, and I got what I needed. So I think I need... Oh, no, wait. I've already made this. This is what I needed today. I just needed to make an obsidian skull, but I've already made one. So what's this called? This is called the Chaos Flame Flask. It's an artifact item. It's equipable. It's going to be good, right? So let's slap this into here, and then we'll make the Chaos thingy module. Here you go. Bit of a weird sprite, considering everything that it is. Like, it kind of just looks like a nut, you know? And what am I doing? Am I planting it in the ground? It looks like it would grow a pretty banging tree, though. But anyway, let me craft that. It's got warding, so it gives... Inflicts fire damage on attack, grants immunity to fire blocks, jump speed is increased by 200%, and it gives a crit chance of 5%. So it's pretty great. I'm really happy I've made it. But now let's test out these new weapons. So this is the Bonfire Pummel. Okay. Well, it's not really the explosion I expected. I'm going to be real with you. Little bit underwhelmed with that one, but that's all right. I really was expecting something like the Inferno Fork, where it just kind of blows up. Let me try and hit something. I tell you what, my summons are so good that these slimes are just getting, like, completely slain. So maybe in reality, we probably have enough damage anyway. Let's test this out. It's like playing the Bard class all over again. So that's kind of interesting. I kind of imagine this one being something that shoots out little balls rather than a little sonic beam. But once again, quite cool. I really like how all of the items that we've got at the minute really match. Like, I've got a familiar wig on, and these two just go really nicely together. I think it's so cool. Okay, so we're in the dungeon, and I'm just going to look around for that Cobalt Shield. I did come here earlier and grab a few keys, so that this could be pretty quick. I wanted to make sure everything was streamlined today, so this first chest could contain it, and it does. Amazing. So I just had a little look outside my window, and it's actually really heavily snowing right now. Snow in England is quite rare. If you live up in Scotland, it's quite common, but down here, yeah, you don't see it that often. So I feel like I'm in a really good mood now. Once this episode is wrapped up, I'm going to go out, have a little walk in it, feel like a kid again. It's great. Oh my god, it's really changed my mood. I love it. I was in a good mood anyway, but seeing snow, oh, it's the best. I know Python's going to be so jealous. We live in the same city, if you didn't know. I've spoken about it millions of times, but he's in Australia right now. But I know if he found out there was snow, he'd want to be right here, which is so classic Python. Right, well, now that we have the Cobalt Shield, I guess I'm kind of done. I don't feel like I need to do anything else. I'm feeling pretty confident. Already made some buffs. Hopefully there's going to be enough of them. And I already got a guide voodoo doll the other day, and it's been in storage since then. I'm going to take this off completely just because I really like not having the sprite on my character. So let me grab a guide voodoo doll. Here it is. But before we go and do the wall of flesh, I want to show you something. So I decided to build something out of beehive block because I've never built out of beehive block in my life, or at least I don't remember any time that I have. And I really like it when you see natural beehives where they're just like stuck onto the side of something, somewhere where they shouldn't be. Like I once saw one on like a railing that you're meant to like put your hands on, and it was pretty sketch. So I decided to build this little like area next to the fishing pond. And then the clothier moved in, and you'll never guess who he is. It's a James. I don't think I've had a James the clothier in a couple of years now, and you love to see it. Thank you very much. I love that I've got my own little reference in Terraria. It's a shame he's so rare though. That's all I'll say. When I first signed myself up for this little reference, I thought, I really like how discreet it is. But now I'm like, nah, clothier just needs to be called James. That's the way forward. Screw all the other ones. I don't need that. I'm pretty sure my character's called Edward in Terraria. I don't know why I always go with Edward. I don't even know an Edward. But I'm pretty sure there's an Edward the Clothier as well. So it ties in pretty nicely, really. Okay, well, let's go do the Wall of Flesh. I'm really excited. I feel like we're going to smash it. Before I do, though, let me grab a little bit more of this. So I just want to say, you guys were so nice to me in the comment section of the last episode. I changed up my editing a little bit. So we did the boss fight with the music that you guys could hear a little bit better. And I also did the sneak peek right at the start. I used to do that with one of my older series, and I forgot how fun it was. I don't know if I'm going to bring it back every day. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't really know. But that being said, you were all so kind to me about my editing. I really appreciate it. Like, it's not something that I often get complimented on because my editing style is so simple. Like, I just like transitions. I like the content to be about the content when it comes to ChippysCouch. You know, I'm not really bothered about editing, right? If I didn't like editing my own work so much, I would probably pass them off to an editor, to be real with you, because it's not a big deal for me. But you guys, like, really made my day. I just want to say thank you for that, because it was so nice to, like, wake up. I posted the video super late, and there was just all these nice compliments, and I was like, yeah, all right, that's cool. We got a good community here. Like, I feel like we've got a really good thing going on, and I feel like the comment section really speaks volumes on how good you can make a YouTube community. Like, our comment section is the best. It's a mix of people just being nice to one another. It's a mix of people being helpful, like the Wiki Gang. It's a mix of memes, which I love to see. And, I don't know, what else is there? There's a lot going on there, right? It kind of changes. A lot of references to Rolexes, a lot of reference to a million things. Oh, I needed to clear this out. Right, let me finish this up. Let me get rid of this. We don't need this. Although I feel like the fight will be over before I even get to this point. And it was kind of, yeah, I don't feel like we need to do that, but it is what it is, right? So I got a few comments suggesting that the next time I do the Wall of Flesh, I should use planter boxes instead of platforms. So I don't really use platforms, as many of you know. I like water walking potions. And I'm really glad I found this method because I always found building a bridge in hell a bit of a nuisance. but I know where you got that reference from, and I think it's quite cool. So if you've never heard of Crabbar before, Crabbar is a Terraria YouTuber. I believe he's Russian. That's the vibe I'm getting because I heard his voice the other day, and I think it was Russian, maybe, not too sure. But he had this great video, and it was really simple and just a real joy to watch about why he uses planter boxes in Terraria. And it's something that I'd never really thought about before, using them instead of platforms. But it was really informal. I like that there's so much good Terraria YouTube content these days. Like, I feel like over the past couple of years, it's really expanded into something good, something other than me, which is nice. Because for a while, there wasn't many Terraria YouTubers. There was just a few of us, and I like seeing more stuff. I want to watch stuff as well. Like that's what's most important for me. Like I want to come onto YouTube and watch a little bit of Terraria. I want to join in. So it's nice. At the minute, I'm watching Crabbar. I'm watching Hectic. I'm watching Chaos whenever I can. What else am I watching? I'm trying to watch as much as I can. Antrex if he ever posts. I watch Ningashu if they ever post. Honestly, I try to keep my myself, like, I try to keep on the Terraria radar just to see what everybody else is up to, and it's been so good recently. There was a video from the dude that recreated PewDiePie's house in Minecraft, or renovated it rather, and he did a great Terraria video that was really interesting as well. Man, it's just a good time. Can you tell that I'm like really excited right now? I really feel like the snow's had such an impact on me. Although I'll be honest with you, I did look at it and I was like, please don't settle on the ground. I booked my MOT for my car in for tomorrow, and it was a bit of a dumb idea because tomorrow is actually the last day, and if I drive it after that, it's illegal. It really needs an MOT basically. I've just been lazy with it, and that being said, if the snow settles, I can't drive because I don't dare drive in the snow because I almost crashed all those years ago, and I need my MOT. So I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. It probably won't settle. It'll probably be fine. The weather has been pretty crazy recently with the storm in England. And, yeah, it's been mad. Like, in my hometown, a windmill, the top of the windmill blew off. Signs have been blowing down. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. That's as bad as the storm gets in England. A trampoline goes into your neighbour's garden. That's about it. In other parts of the world, the storm is like life or death. In Britain, it's like, there's always a little bit of casualty, but nothing in comparison to what it's like everywhere else. England is quite tame. Okay, well, that's the Wall of Flesh done. Hopefully you guys didn't mind me just chatting about YouTubers during that. So let me open this up. Bam! We got a Demon Heart. We'll take that straight away. We also got an Assault Rifle. Pretty cool. We got the Warrior's Emblem, which is also cool. I mean, if we go to a melee build, that'd be pretty interesting. And of course, we got the Pwn Hammer. So what we're going to do now is head to a Crimson. I'm going to go with this Crimson over here. I feel like this one will have more Demon Altars. Like, I can already see 1, 2, there's a bunch. And I don't feel so bad about destroying them. What's that? That's a Crimson. Oh, yeah. I forget that we have these exposed Crimson Hearts here. It's strange. They kind of, I thought they were altars. Yeah, I'm going to go to the Crimson on the right. And let me tell you, right, Minecraft has added in a Crimson Forest in the Nether. I'm going to be real with everybody here. I don't know if this is controversial. It probably is, because I know that there's a lot of Minecraft fans, and I don't like the new Nether. It looks awful in Minecraft. Am I the only one that thinks that? Because I think I might be. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like the look of it. I feel like I've had this idea of the Nether being hell for the longest time. I mean, when it was first added, it was meant to symbolize hell, really. And now it's like, it's a forest, and I don't really know what's going on. But it reminds me of, there's a Netflix show called The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And in the latest season, when they represent hell, hell has a forest in that as well. So maybe that's a normal thing. Maybe I'm lagging behind in that kind of culture. I don't know. But when I think of hell, I think of molten rock. I think of heat. I think of these, like, disturbing enemies. I think of lava. I don't think about trees. It's the furthest... Oh my god, did we walk past the Crimson? Oh, it's over here. It's so weird. I'm still not used to having Crimsons that are past the dungeon. It's odd. But that's my thoughts. Am I alone in that? And let's also say, right, the debate between Corruption and Crimson is pretty big in Terraria, but the debate between what's a better Crimson, the one in Minecraft or the one in Terraria, no question, boys. Do I even need to answer? It's Minecraft. No, I'm kidding. It's Terraria. Of course it's Terraria. The Crimson in Terraria is so much better. But we'll give Minecraft time. Minecraft is, at its core, it's meant to be simpler. You're meant to do more with your imagination. But hopefully Minecraft fans don't hate me for that. Could you imagine, though? That's it. I've had subscribers here for many years. This is the turning point. Nah, fam, we don't like that. It's not like it's bad. It's just not good for me. I don't know. Okay, well, this is going amazingly. Can we just say that I feel like I picked a really good loadout with these summons and these mage weapons. I feel like it's pretty strong. So what did we end up getting? We ended up getting Palladium, Mithril, and Adamantite. Well, considering we don't have any treasure bags, it is going to be a case of going and mining them ourselves. So we do, I believe, have Spelunk potions. Yeah, we have 3 of them. So I'm going to be using these. We're going to deposit all of that. Oh, wait, what was that? I didn't notice that. There was some kind of, like, wall of flesh chunk that I didn't see before. And I'm wondering what it is. I think it was this. Demonic flesh clump. Okay, let's have a little look at this, because I didn't realize this before. So this makes the Speedy Star. This is a mage weapon, 22 magic damage. Hitting all the stars restores all the mana consumed in that shot. Yuki Kun's donator item. Okay. There's a demonic magnet. It pulls in nearby objects. That's kind of cool. Leashed Hungary. Ooh, okay. This seems like the kind of thing that I would like. I think you all know it when I get boss-themed items. It's like the best time. And Uranus. You could make Uranus. That's interesting. Seems like a really good weapon. Okay. Well, let me get mining. This is going to take a little bit of time. So I'm basically just going to... Actually, do you know what? I'm just going to go right here. Look at that. Palladium coming in big already. You know, being right next to the base. Thank you very much, Tar. So I presume that this is probably part of weapons out. Not too sure about that one. There's also a mana weapon. Palladium Sparkler. Fires out sparks. So it does 38 magic damage in comparison to 27. Let's have a little look at it. I never actually ended up using my Warhorn. That's kind of cool. The noise is a little obnoxious, but it's alright. It's not too bad. So I was just having a little look at what boss we have next, and apparently you do the next boss before you do the other mechanical bosses, and I like to see that. It's nice to know that we already have a modded boss that we can fight. So it's called the Cosmic Observer, and apparently it spawns naturally in the sky in hard mode, but you can use a otherworldly crystal to increase the chances of it spawning. So I don't exactly know if this is going to be another mini-boss, because it already sounds like the toy slime, and as we all know now, that is a mini-boss. So probably I'm going to go with mini-boss, right? But we'll see. So to actually make this, you need to basically get some Souls of Flight, some Souls of Night, and some iron. Let's have a little look properly. So here it is. And I feel like this is pretty obtainable. I feel like we could maybe do this today. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically buy some planter boxes because we spoke about them earlier and I feel like I need to. And I'm going to go up to the sky and I'm going to go make myself a flat arena next to the floating island. And I don't exactly know if this is going to be a good place to fight or not, because realistically it could have low gravity. I don't know for certain yet. But let me get to a certain point. Let's do it here. So the way this works is you turn on auto mine and it's just really easy to place them because they don't place at an angle. And this is what Crabbar's video was about. So I really appreciate the tip. I feel like I needed to find a good excuse to use it and this just seems right. So I've been doing a bunch of mining. All of my adamantite has now been mined. We're going to go craft some stuff in a minute, but I wanted to show this off. Just me building an arena nice and quick. And it's cool. It's quirky looking as well. Like, I like how quirky this looks. And after a while, you get some beautiful flowers. And you know what? I agree. It was quite cheap to do this. To just buy a bunch of these. That's probably enough. I feel like we can do a lot with this. Like, it's a good amount of distance. Okay, well, let's head back down to the bottom. I would buy wings right now, but I feel like with the extra jump height that we've got, I don't feel like we need wings for this boss fight, so I'll probably make a better house tomorrow for the Witch Doctor. So let's have a little look at Adamantite. So ADA, let's make a forge. Let's slap that forge into there, and let's craft a whole bunch of bars. Thank you very much. So I'm going to make just a normal armor set, but I don't exactly know what weapon we're going to use. I was really hoping to find one, and this is the one I'm going to go with. The first weapon that I found is the one I was going to use. So this is called an Adamantite Beamer, and it shoots an adamantite laser. Okay, thank you very much. So because of that, I'm likely going to use a mage helmet. However, this can all change. You know, it doesn't really matter. I've got enough bars to swap to something new. So we currently have 32 defense. And then the Dryad Blessing is gone, so it's 24. So we now have 41. And like a whole bunch of extra mana. Let's test out our new weapon, though. Is this going to be a good enough weapon to use? It's alright. It's generic, so I'm kind of cautious about the kind of damage it will do. But you never know. With modded weapons, they can look generic, but then be really powerful. So we'll see. I guess it'll be good for the Wyvern if it pierces. Because if it pierces, it's just going to go straight through that long body, which would be very useful. So I think what I'm going to do is, I am going to go purchase a potion. And I'm going to buy a battle potion. And I'm going to go way up in the clouds. So let me buy one of these. I've also got this water candle. And basically now we're on Wyvern hunting duty. And I just want to kill a Wyvern. I want to get my Souls of Flight. And then we're going to go find Souls of Night. I don't exactly know where the Crimson's going to be. I feel like... Is this... I don't even think that's hallowed. Maybe it is. I guess if I was to go here and dig underneath, that would technically be Underground Crimson, wouldn't it? So what's that? Is that hallowed? Like that? Hallowed there? Crimson there? Yeah, oh yeah, it is. Because look, this is all crimson now. Whereas this crimson, this wasn't crimson before. So, anyway, look, that's all the logistics. I just need to go find some it. Alright, so this should be the killing blow. So let me give it one of these, and bam. Right, there we go. So that is our Souls of Flight. We got 20, which is the perfect amount, because that will make you any set of wings you want in the world. And we're going to teleport out of there, and hopefully they don't come back to kill me. We'll have to see, because there was quite a lot of those little harpies just flying around, so it was pretty deadly. Right, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, because for time, I don't know, let me check, because I don't know if I've got all the stuff I need for potions. We need potions, basically, and I didn't know if I was going to have to buy them or not, but it seems like I can just craft them. So thank you very much. This is basically what we need. This weapon, it just isn't working for me. I feel like it's too slow, and it doesn't do enough damage. Like, in terms of a weapon I would want to use, I just don't feel like this one cuts it. So farming above this water has actually given me quite a lot of Souls of Night. Like, I'm very happy with the amount. But I thought I would bring a King Slime summon and just try and get a few more. So I'm going to heal up, because this could get out of hand pretty quickly with all the slimes. But basically, this should allow me to farm them a little bit faster. I mean, I have 8. I'm pretty sure I've got 2 back at home. But let's see what we can get if we bust out the old King Slime method, which is pretty great. I do love it. But let it spawn in loads of slimes. Oh my god, they're all floating to the top of the water. Maybe this was not the best idea in the world. Can these dump hearts out, please? That would be great. Thank you very... Well, that didn't go right. I did say that it could get overwhelming pretty quickly. And you know what? It did. It really did. Alright, so I'll make one of these. So, like I said, it'll be like the toy slime. So, we'll spawn it in, and then there's an increased chance of us actually being able to use it. So, I'm going to grab this regen. I probably should grab an iron skin as well. But I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to take a gamble and say that this fight is going to be pretty chill. But we will have to see. Okay, so we've done that. And now we just wait. Let me grab a summon. and we'll wait around. Alright, so right now, I kind of have a countdown on this because I only brought with me 1 mana regen. So basically, I need it to spawn in soon so that my mana regen doesn't run out and I can actually do the fight. So this might be a case of we do it tomorrow. It was kind of like this with the Toy Slime 2, when you have something that... Oh no, wait, it was the Scorpion one, right? When you have a boss that's so naturally occurring, you know, and you have to wait on it, it can affect these things. I feel like it should just be a boss summon. I'm going to be real. I don't really like, oh, you get an increased chance. I'm trying to think what other mod does this. I'm pretty sure Thorium does it with the Borean Strider. I just don't like it. I like it to be like, well, you've gone out of your way. Here you go. Kind of like the Slimy Crown. You know, the King Slime is a naturally spawning fight. But every time you make that Slimy Crown, it's like, okay, here you go. Here's the fight. I wish it was that. I do. But that's alright. I don't mean to be overly negative about it, but, you know, I would like to fight it. Maybe I'm not high up enough. Maybe I'm not in the right biome. I assume I am because it was in the sky, not in space. Alright, I think I'm going to call it a day there. That was pretty fun. But yeah, maybe in the future we can see a version where it just spawns in normally. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a big fat thumbs up. That's more important now than it's really ever been. And that's because, you know, PewDiePie gave this big rise of Terraria on YouTube. And of course, as he no longer plays the game, that rise will fizzle out and things will go back to normal, as they always do. But because of that shift, I fear about the channel as a whole. So liking the video will really help me in the algorithm, and it's important. So it is greatly appreciated every time you click it. Right? I'm going to say farewell. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.